Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to another fabulous episode of The Audition with your boy, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet. That's me, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet. I've been away for a couple of days. Just been busy with work and my own company. And so I'm coming back to, I guess it's the update part 7 for the death of Robert Champion. There's a lot of things that's been going on, and I've been kind of missing in action. I've been getting tweets and Facebook messages and YouTube messages saying, Sebastian, where are you? We've been hearing there's a lot of things going on, and we want to get your opinion, we want to get your take. So we're going to just hop into it. You know, there's no news today. It's currently about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up because I'm off. I normally work at night, so I'm rocking my shirt. You can't see it because I have the wrong tripod, but I'm going to come up closer. What does my shirt say? Let me turn the light around so you can see it. Bam. Ain't no meow like that. Meow. I'm trying to avoid a lot of cussing. When I get pissed off, I cuss. But ain't no meow like that. Meow. So what does that meow? It starts with a P and with a Y. You know, I'm a big boy, so ain't no meow like fat meow. But anyways, let's get down to the house cleaning rules. I'm not gonna make it long tonight. So right above my head, y'all already know how I start off. Subscribe to me. I'm wishing, praying for 500 subscribers by the end of December. Going into the new year with 500 subscribers. It's free to subscribe. It's so free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't come from off your ties, or it's not a bill that you have to pay every month. So please subscribe to me. Tell your friends about me. I'm a big comedian. You know, I deliver things in special ways. Sometimes people can understand. Sometimes people can't. I'm at the bottom here. There are links to where you can find me on Twitter, find my like page on Facebook, and my photography company. If you ever need some good photos, get at me. And then always do the thumbs up. When you thumbs up me, that's kind of sexual, but when you thumbs up me, it pushes me up in the ratings and all that good stuff on YouTube. So that will be greatly appreciated. So subscribe to me. The link's down here. You can find me, tweet me. I'm an avid tweeter. You all, as you know, my nickname for my babies out here in YouTube land, cyberland, the world, are actors and actresses, because I'm an actor. That's what my degree is in. So you all are my actors, my actresses, the players of this thing that we call life. So do all that good stuff for me. Let's go ahead and hop on into this prologue. If you're a first-time subscriber, the prologue is kind of like my rant. All of my titles and my sections come from the theater world. So the prologue is the beginning, and so this is my rant about whatever's going on during the week or whatever the case may be. So tonight on TNT, the president's it's the 30th annual Christmas in Washington. It was very nice. It was, you know, I watched bits and pieces. I flipped back to it from some other stuff. Angels and Demons was on, so I was watching that. I love Tom Hanks. Good old Tom Hanks. But anyways, it was very nice. They had performers Justin Bieber, CeeLo Green, Jennifer Hudson. But I really want to talk about the First Lady, Michelle Obama. She was stunning tonight. Just looked very regal. Her dress was almost like across the heart. It came up to a heart shape across the bust line, but it had a band coming here, a band coming here. Now, mind you, you know she's an honorary, a.k.a., you know, the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, founded January 7th, 1908, on the campus of Howard University. So she had on her mint julep green dress, sickening dress. It came right below the knees, kind of flared out just a little bit, in her pink shoes. She did it for the ladies of AKA this evening. Hair was just done, looked really nice, really regal. It was good. Jennifer Hudson sounded really good. What I really liked is that I saw the real, the gospel side of CeeLo Green. You know, CeeLo Green is often doing some, you know, outlandish stuff, always just out, you know, left field, which I honestly love, thinking outside the box. But he did Silent Night, and it was very much Temptations, you know, their version of Silent Night or whatever. But you can see the He gave me a lot more raspiness in his voice, and he gave me a little bit more runs, very churchy, and I really enjoyed that to see the versatility of him. I guess I can see exactly where he started off with his music career, was in church, so that was really nice. All right, second part of the prologue. What is going on with these girls with these wide, and I'm gonna have to cuss on this one, these wide ass parts? I don't understand. When I was growing up, that was the thing for boys when they got parts in their head. They had them little. It damn near looked like the River Jordan. That's how big it was, or the Red Sea. But now these girls are getting these, these sew-ins and all this stuff, whatever. But why does your part have to be that big? I'm not understanding it. It looks a wretched mess. If you have a part that's bigger than a ½ inch, you look a fucking fool. Get it out. Flip it over. Do something, mesh it together so it ain't so wide. I don't understand. I don't want to see your scalp. And it ain't even that. And the thing about it is, it's not even that it looks realistic. Okay, you have a wide part, but you can see the hair coming from the scalp. All you see is track. It's just like a big beam. I'm like, what's so cute about... I'm just happy to be bald-headed for the most part, but I got me a couple of pieces in the room that I can put on when I want to do something a little different. So that's what that is. Okay, the third part is just like, okay, my third part of my prologue. It's not a big thing, but it's gonna go into the acts in just a minute. People have been saying, and in anything that you do, you're going to have your critics. You're going to have those people that critique you, good and bad, and you have to be prepared for the good and or the bad. And so everybody's saying, you're so against FAMU. No, I utterly love my institution. But, like I told y'all before, right is right and wrong is wrong. What the wash don't get, the rinse will. And so, this is kind of going into my Act 1. But I just want to tell you my good experiences with FAMU, because I don't want it to seem like that I'm such against FAMU, I'm such against Dr. White, I'm such against the 100, I'm such against President Ammons. That's not the case. I stand for what is right. And if it ain't right, no matter who, even if it's my mama, if it's wrong, I can't stand for it. Yes, I love my mother. And that's what my mother instilled in us. Right and right is wrong is wrong. If you go out there and kill somebody and you take your black ass to jail, don't call me, because I'm not bonding you out. And and I think that's part of the problem that a lot of kids are having nowadays, is because, you have parents that want to be your friend and always, that's my child, I'm going to stick up for my child. Sometimes you have to teach hard love. You have to say, look, you went out there and created this problem. This is going to be a problem that you have to create on, you're going to have to finish on your own. I can't bail you out every time you get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You are a grown man. You are a grown woman. I cannot be your handicap. And my mother always told all of my siblings that you go out there and get your ass in trouble, that you call my house, because first off, it's blocked. You can't even call from the jail. We don't do collect calls here at my mama's house. So even if I tried to call, collect calls don't go through. You ever collect call from a Leon County inmate? No ma'am, that ain't even going through. That's why I called my grandma when I went to jail. But anyways, I have had some very positive experiences dealing with the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. It gave me a definite sense of self. When I came to FAMU in the spring of '04, I had come off of a hiatus from the scholastic world. I initially started out at Tallahassee Community College. I didn't do well, flunked out. Then I came over to FAMU. But it gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of pride. It gave me a sense of dignity to seeing all of these wonderful and fearfully made black people under one institution. You had your pretty folks, then you had your boogers. And I don't like to call nobody ugly, I just call them boogers. Because a booger is ugly, and you kind of, boom, you flick it off. But you had your pretty folks, you had your boogers. You had your skinny folks, and then you had your big folks. Woo! Then you had your black folks, then you had your pilgrims. It was just a cultural melting pot, if you will, to where you had different people from different walks of life, to where you can learn how to network, learn how to speak correct English. Yes. Well, for some folks, not all folks. I don't even know why you're even in school, but I'm not. Anyways, but I've had some wonderful experiences. I've made lifelong friends from the institution that I would carry for the duration of my life. I don't want to seem like I said, that I'm con FAMU, like I'm just against FAMU and every. No, my degree is from there. I paid my money there. There are goods and bad, just like in any family. You have your good days, you have your bad days. But my good days outweigh my bad days. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Even dealing with financial aid. Yeah. Dealing with the student activities. Yeah. Dealing with student accounts. Yeah. My good days, outweigh my bad days. So, I love the Florida A&M University. You know what I'm saying? I love the institution. I love everything that it stands for. But I will not tolerate persons that are not doing what they should be paid to do. Not handling the responsibilities that come along with that particular title that you may have. So, anyways, that's my little prologue for today. I didn't even say what today is. Oh, no, I got one more prologue. Shout out to all of the graduates. I could not make it to graduation today in fear that somebody was going to punch me in my face or rip off my lace front that I was going to end up wearing. Shout out to everybody that has graduated. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the alumni status. You're about to start getting calls, automated phone calls from the Alumni Association saying, please join the Alumni Association. We're doing such great things. Now, mind you, the alumni fee starts like at $300 and some a year. I ain't got that, but don't forget you get your very first year free. So take advantage of all that networking crap your very first year. But shout out to everyone that has definitely graduated. Christopher Mullins, my CC brother, besides my department, theater, shout out to everybody from the nursing department. I love everyone from the nursing department. Y'all are a great group of majority girls and like the one or two guys that's in there. So shout out to everybody. I wish I could call all of your names, but I don't remember. I would prefer not to call nobody if I can't call everybody. So over there with Dr. Lawson, me and you should never part, my dear. Color Purple, y'all, if y'all don't know. But anyway, I love the nursing department. Shout out to everybody from the theater department, from ETU, the Essential Theater Union. Farrah Bursey graduated. Chelsea Williams graduated. And that's all I know. I heard there were like 5 people that graduated from the theater department. But everybody that graduated, welcome to your grown man and your grown woman status. This was the point where you found yourself, learned about yourself. Now since you know who you are, go out and show the world exactly who and what you are. Show them all the talents that you have, all the gifts, all the treasures, everything that you possess inside. This is your time to make your mark on civilization, make your mark on the world, make your mark on your community. So go out, be fearful, be wonderful, be intelligent, be you. Whatever the authentic you, and I got that from Oprah, whatever the authentic you is, be that, so the world can fall in love with you genuinely, and not the facade that you give. So I think that's all of my epilogue. I mean, all of my prologue that I have today. So congrats, all my graduates. When the storm clouds gather on the horizon, and I don't know all of it, but anyways, but a rattler will always strike, Jesus, and strike again. Jesus was a rattler, and in the wilderness he dealt with a whole bunch of rattlers and billy goats too. But anyways, yeah. Side note, side prologue. Every Monday, if you're in Tallahassee, check out with me every Monday at 5:30 on WANM 90.5, the Flavor Station. I do a guest spot every Monday on the Sean D Show. Check him out on Twitter, SEAND, the letter D, the number 1. And I'm always on there doing something. He'll give me a topic and I talk about it. So definitely hit me up. Y'all listen. If you're not in Tallahassee, it is hilarious. If you want to hear that interaction, right now it's just me. But if you want to hear that definite interaction between like me and Sean D, it is hilarious. We go ham. He'll just say, what you think about President Ammons? And I just go in. What you think about the men's basketball team? I just go in. It is hilarious. Definitely check us out. If you're not in Tallahassee, you can hit us up on the World Wide Web at www.wanm.org. W-A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary.org. And then you can stream live. Okay, that's done with the prologue. So we're about to get into the acts. So the first part of the acts, I'm going to just be dropping this stuff down as I go. All right, so this was as of, I'm trying to see a date on this one. I'm not seeing a date, but anyways, I'm going to just tell you what I have. Probable cause. There were 3 arrests as of last week. Today is what, as of this past week, earlier this week. 3 young men were arrested for the hazing, the prior hazing. I'm sure you heard about the prior hazing that happened the week of homecoming, against Bria Hunter, a freshman clarinet from Atlanta, Georgia. Anyways, she was hazed, and this is the report from WCTV.tv. I give all credit to where credit is due, that they post. But anyways, I'm going to just do real quick. On November 7, 2011, the FAMU Department of Public Safety responded to the Tallahassee Memorial Hospital regarding the hazing of Bria Hunter. Therefore, on November 8, 2011, the Tallahassee Police Department was contacted. She stated that she was being inducted in the Red Dog Order. It was for band members who were from the state of Georgia, mainly Atlanta. She was subject to most of the physical brunt and hazing because she was the ace of the line. If you are a part of any organization, the ace pretty much runs the line. The ace is the one that gives all the information to all of the other initiates. So whatever it is, if you're doing the Greek alphabet, there's a Greek alphabet, and then you have to repeat the Greek alphabet. You know, whatever your process, every organization is pretty different. But anyways, she was the ace of the line. And they give details. Now, if you don't go by these people's houses, I don't know if they still live there, but anyways, on November 31st, Halloween, one time to Dasmar Inc. being founded on Halloween. Anyways, 2011, Hunter was told there was a meeting at the normal meeting location at 409 Van Buren Street, apartment 109. This is the resident of Red Dog Order member James Harris. Hunter did not want to attend the meeting and told Harris and other Red Dog Order member Sean Hopesome that she had sectional meeting for the band. It came to find out that she was lying and that she was forced to attend. It also says that there were 11 other pledges, approximately 11 others to show, so she made 12. And that Hobson, they repeatedly hit her, hit by Hobson and a third Red Dog member, Aaron Golson. Hunter stated that she was struck ordered to lift her leg up while standing, and she was about to march and struck 20 times by Hobson and Golson. Both suspects were using their balled up fist, and they began to punch her on the top of her thigh. After being hit over 20 times in the leg, Harris intervened and told Hobson and Golson to stop. Let's see here. The other pledges, they met again on November 1st, the very next night. This took place at the same apartment. During this meeting, she was subject to repeated beatings by Hobson and Golson. Again, she was ordered, the pledges, to unable to, they were hazed because they were unable to recite the information they needed to learn properly. This time they were assaulted with metal rulers across the top of their thighs. Okay, before I even go into that, there's more on that. So I'm not even going to comment on that just yet, because I'm about to go real ham in just a minute. Real ham. Real ham. Okay, it also says that this is from the Tallahassee Democrat. It says Sean Golson, Hopesome, 23, James Harris, 22, and Aaron Golson, 19, all facing hazing charges. Hobson and Golson are also facing felony battery charges. Now, these are quotes. There are no evidence that he aided, planted, or encouraged the hazing. And this is from Abrasom, said to the judge, Ronald Fury. And this is regarding to, this is Harris's lawyer talking. What's his name? James Harris. He's saying that he did not aid or facilitate any of this happening, or whatever the case may be. The incident happened 3 weeks before the death of drum major Robert Champion. What is the other part of hazing? Robert Champion. Golson attorney says Craig Brown said that he was putting in a plea of not guilty to combat allegations that he was involved in the beating. Hopeson did not have an attorney at the time of the court appearance, but was told the judge his family was working to obtain one. Harris could face up to 1 year in prison if found guilty of hazing, but the other could face an additional 5 years for their battery charges, says Assistant State Attorney Eddie Evans. Hopeson and Golson bail was set at $10,000, and Harris was set at $2,500. All right. Okay. What kind of... Okay, first up, let me tell you, we're about to have a heart-to-heart. A real motherfucking heart-to-heart to all y'all. And I'm not calling Bria Hunter dumb. And please don't take this the wrong way. But as grown folks, you have to think individually, I don't say educationally, but think effectively. Because you are joining, and I'm not going to read all this stuff because this goes into some other stuff later, but you're joining an order called the Red Dog Order. First off, this sounds like a whole bunch of country hillbilly, the white folks from Alabama. Okay, that's one thing. Why? And I'm trying to form my words carefully because I tend to offend people. Why would you want to join a motherfucking organization with no heritage, no real history, some local shit that only people from Georgia and majority Atlanta know about? Y'all have no constitution, no motherfucking bylaws, no governing body. Why? How stupid can you be? And once again, Miss Bria, if you see this, I'm not calling you stupid, but people are gonna have to learn to make better decisions when it comes down to their life and the things they do. You know what I'm saying? If you have unprotected sex and you come up with an STD, HIV, AIDS, or whatever the case may be, you cannot be mad at anybody else because you made the active decision to do whatever you decided to do. And I'm not saying you deserve to be hazed, but at the same time, you are not faultless. You know what I'm saying? You're not a child being led to slaughter. You had the active mindset to figure out, is this something I want to do? Now, the first part of this would make me think, how would this benefit me in the future? You can't put the Red Dog Order on anybody's resume. What do you put that on? I mean, your list of accomplishments? I mean, really? How will this benefit you in the future? This is not a fraternity or a sorority that has a governing body that you can network with. This is not a Masonic order or an Eastern Star order or anything like that. This is some backwoods shit that you decided to join. So part of the fault is on you. Because you join something and that's what often will happen. People join something that they know nothing about. You know nothing about this particular organization. Oh, but I'm from Georgia. Da-da-da-da-da. This my crip, this my hood. And you's a dumb bitch. I mean, take it how you will. I'm sorry. People need to learn how to think for themselves. Don't go with the crowd. Figure out what is best for Bria. Figure out what is best for Champion. Figure out what's best for Sebastian. Be an individual. You don't have to be a motherfucking follower every time. Be a leader. Make your own path. Don't walk the path that someone else has already made. I mean, where does the individuality come out? I don't understand. Why is it so a need to be a part of a clique, especially of a local clique? And that was my thing when it came down to the band. You're not about to beat me for some local shit that no one knows about. I can't put W5W on my resume. I can't. I mean, I can, but then these white folks will be looking at, what is W5W? I never heard of that. I'm like, White 5 well. They're like, what the? No, you can't do that. I mean, if you're going to do something that is reputable. You know what I'm saying? Do something that is, a business organization. If you're going to do something, do Tau Beta Sigma, you can put that down. Do Sigma Alpha Iota, you can put that down. What the fuck is a Red Dog Association? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a vaginal disease. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand. And then for these boys who are clearly not men, how can you beat a woman? Ball fist beat a woman. Would you want somebody to beat your sister? Beat your mama? What kind of insane shit is this. I really hope y'all go to jail, and you know what? When y'all go to jail and come out, y'all gonna be just like me. You're gonna be one of the girls. Because, honey, they gonna tell you, you know, men in jail, they do men in jail that beat women just like they mess with children. You know, if you go to jail as a convicted pedophile, oh, it's a wrap. You can give up the ghost because they gonna get that ass when you get to jail. You better try to make up a lie and say I murdered somebody, because if it ever comes out that you was a pedophile, for whatever it is, people in prison, men in prison, do not play when it comes down to children. They do not play. You come there as a pedophile, I don't know what it is, like a code against brothers. The Arabs come together, the Muslims come together, the Christians come together, and they all tap that ass because you mess with a child. It's the same thing when they figure out a man that beat, it's like an unwritten code. A man that beat on a woman. So I hope I ain't got no heaven or no hell to put nobody in, so I ain't condemn you to heaven or hell, but I hope they take y'all black asses to jail. And I hope you drop the slip on the soap and they gonna tear that ass up. How can you be a man and beat on a woman? What kind of low self-esteem do you have? What kind of power trip are you getting? That's why they have sorority, and I'm not condoning sororities and fraternities, but the fraternities are for the men. They do this, the women do this. Not condone, because hazing is hazing, violence is violence. But you are a man. You are pulling an Ike and an anime, a Sonny and Cher. I can't think of nobody else that beat another woman off the top of my head. Yes, I can. Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. You put in one of them moves, and I just don't. What kind of man are you? And I'm just being so serious. I hope they convict y'all. Y'all go to jail. And I tell you, when you come out, your booty hole gonna be so wide because they gonna ram you and pardon my French, fuck you so good in jail. You gonna come out, they're gonna be beating that ass. You thought you was beating ass. You thought out here in the free world you was beating that ass and hazing. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, nigga. Wait till you and we ain't talking about Apple Yard over there on the Leon County jail. They gonna send your ass to prison. You about to be somebody's bitch. I'm speaking to that into an existence on your life right now. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? I just don't what kind of man are you? And I'm gonna show you their pictures because I don't feel like having to do all that stuff on the computer and pop it up. So these are their pictures. So if you see these men, women, these are wife beaters. Let me move my light around so you can see. So you can see these men. Oh, hold on. I'm in the way. There you go. See these men? These are wife beaters. If you ever come across these men, they gonna whoop that ass. Or they may be gay. One of the two. Because when they get out of jail, see them, look at them closely, honey. You see them? Look at them closely. They go 1, 2, 3. Right there. Check their booty holes when they come out of jail, honey. They may be wide and gay because they didn't get rammed and ran a train on right in there. I mean, okay. What kind of man? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Because that's really pissed me off. Okay. So, whatever it is y'all get, y'all about to get it good when you get to jail. And then Po Baby, what's his name? Oh, I done dropped a piece of paper. Okay, in Po Baby, they said Hobson did not have an attorney at the time of arraignment. That means his family broke. They ain't got no money. He's about to have a state attorney. That means he's really about to go because state attorneys ain't about worth shit. That's why you hire your own good attorney on the outside. So Po Baby, at least the other two they were able to get their own attorneys or whatever. And how can they say that Harris did nothing? He actually intervened. Yes, he intervened to stop the hazing, but you facilitated it by having it at your house. Not one night, but 2 nights. At least that's what the report said. It could have been longer than that. So yeah, he didn't beat on a girl. Because he was smart. He was there. Just like in sex. You know what I'm saying? If you having an orgy or something like that, whatever the case may be, you had the ones doing it, but then you had the little nasty bitches back in the back, kind of like just watching you do it. Then the exhibitionists or whatever. So yeah, same thing. He was watching it go down. Yeah, he stopped it, but he let you go for them good 20 licks. So he let you get them 20 licks on in. Then he, oh, I want to stop, I want to stop, I want to stop. I don't know if he got a conscience, if he met Jesus right then, or had an epiphany, like Chris and Michelle say. But I just, you know, he should be held accountable, and he is. But to say that he didn't facilitate, you had it at your house, nigga. Yours. Anyways, I digress. So, next thing. The good part about it, and I want to go on there, but I believe they're going to take my video down. That's why I did it on my own time. It says, alums share FAMU stories. Graduate launches website to show support for beloved university. James Bland is concerned about his alma mater, Florida A&M University. Bland, a 2008 graduate of the business school, is trying to hit it big in Hollywood and is worried about how the events of the past 3 weeks, starting with the November 19th hazing-related death, Marching 100 drum member Robert Champion. He says, and I quote, "We experienced a tragedy and something happened that shouldn't have happened," Bland said. "But there are tremendously great things going on at FAMU that won't be heard unless we tell them." So he created a website, and if you all are alums of the university, it is www.wearefamuunited, and it's FAMU and the United is one word, so it's not W, it's not FAMUUNI, it's FAMUNI. Goes directly into it. FAMUunited.com on Monday. It features blogs and videos from alums of the university speaking about their good things. At this point, it's only open, I guess the first group started sharing their stories are all under 30 years old. I can't do it because I'm 31. He says, "I am convinced it will trickle down, that we'll get my parents and older FAMUans. Amanda Bird, who is a graduate, who graduated last year with a degree in occupational wellness, worked with Bland to start the website. She states, FAMU United is a movement to bridge the gap between Rattlers young and old, uniting them all around the world, a central bond that we share, a love for our university," she said. They go on to say that Bland was the initiative and the co-founder of the I Believe in FAMU movement and campaign while he was the vice president student body leader. He goes on to say, "I don't want FAMU to be known as a school with a hazing culture. We have a hazing issue," Bland said, "but our culture is so rich. I don't want people to be the thing that people think about when they hear FAMU." So I commend this young man and these young women. I remember him vaguely, because that was just, 3 years ago, for coming out with a positive aspect, because there is so much negative out there. And thank y'all. You know, I wanted to do a video, but, you know, if I put it up, y'all might take it down. So if y'all see this, Bland and the other young lady, can't think of her name right now, Amanda Bird, yeah, tweet me and let me know that it's okay before I put up and get embarrassed, you know. But yes, they have a wonderful website, so I encourage all Rattlers that went to FAMU, maybe not have graduated, but they had a wonderful experience or a wonderful time at FAMU. Definitely go to wearefamuunited.com and leave your remarks, because I can honestly say, like I said before, FAMU has a wonderful and rich history, a rich tradition, and a rich heritage that needs to be shared. But at this present time, we are being overshadowed by the abundance of negativity that is plaguing our university. So definitely go in there and check that out. Now, the next thing that I have, I'm doing them in date order. Now, remember in my previous videos, my whole thing was, what the wash don't get, the rinse will. And I gave you my predictions of everything that were going to happen. And about, I would probably say 85 to 90% of what I said was going to happen has happened. You know, dating back from other people coming out saying that they were hazed, other investigations that were going to take place stemming off from the initial investigations, President Ammons covering his ass by firing Dr. White so quickly. You know, I can honestly say, like I said before, my opinion and views have changed, because I had this notion of Dr. White is guilty, fire him. But now I still think part of the blame belongs to him, but I think a bigger portion belongs on the administration, because Dr. White, he's a smart, uneducated nigga, but he dotted his I's and crossed his T's. He has letters that date back to Frederick S. Humphreys saying that this is the issue and I need your help. People can only ask for so much help. Now, if you don't give it to us, I mean, yeah, we just gonna stop asking. Yeah, y'all probably wondering what I'm doing. It's kind of warm in here, and I got on these velour. You know me, I'm a good velour. These velour sweatpants. So I'm taking off my pants. I know you wish you could see this wonderful package down here and all this good stuff, but you can't see my goodies because my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, ow, but I have to charge because my shirt says ain't no meow like that. Meow. Anyways, just being foolish, y'all. I'm just serious. Trim. Let that stuff breathe down there. Ooh, like a jungle. Okay. So, like, ooh, bam, bam, bam. Like, you know how the strippers do? You can't see what I'm doing, but you know how I go bam, how I like go from side to side, bam, bam. Okay, that's real inappropriate, but anyway. Ooh, I love strippers. I'm just serious. Okay, so this is from, once again, the TD. But it goes on to say FDLE makes inquiries into finances of FAMU ban. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is now investigating possible fraud and financial mismanagement related to Florida A&M University's Marching 100 and the widening probe after the death of one of the famous band's drum major. It states that the inquiry has now led FDLE to establish a separate investigation into band finances, according to the high-ranking source, Governor Rick Scott's office. What else did I highlight? Board of Trustees Chairman Badger says the agency found potential violations of criminal law relating to fraud and or misconduct by employees and or persons associated with the Florida A&M University. FDLE released a letter Wednesday. The new financial fraud investigation will be conducted by the agency's Office of Executive Investigations, a spokeswoman said. And what else do I have about that? It goes on to say that FAMU has a history of lax financial control. Audits conducted by the state from 2004 to 2008 returned qualified options with dozens of findings of mismanagement. Faculty were not being paid, students were not getting grants and scholarship money, and FAMU administrators could not account for money or property at the university. Auditors said. In 2007, President Ammons was hired to fix the threatening issues that were facing the university, including the accreditation through the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. In December 2007, FAMU received its first unqualified audit in 3 years. Last month, however, audits began becoming an issue, with Charles Odor, FAMU's Vice President of Audits and Compliance, resigned after an outside investigation concluded that 15 different internal audits were not conducted accordingly to the university or industry standards. The investigation conducted by the Tallahassee law firm addressed only that substandard methods of the audit reports, nor not the underlying finances. It goes on to say that last week, Ammons was reprimanded by majority of FAMU's Board of Trustees for his handling of the Champion matter. At the Board of Trustees meeting, some board members raised other concerns about Ammons' leadership, including allowing Odor to resign. Okay, remember I told y'all in the second video, this is going to lead to other investigations. When they get their hands in one part, it's just not going to be dealing with hazing. They're gonna clean MFing house. They're gonna go through with a fine-tooth comb and clean house. As I like to call it, the white glove. Now let me tell you how the white glove go. Now the white glove, this is how the white folks used to tell if the black folks was cleaning when we was old house slaves and house servants. They would put on a white glove. And if you didn't dust it, they would take that white glove with that one finger and run it across the coffee table, run it across the top of the bookshelf. Now, if that white glove came up dirty, you ain't do your job. That means you got fired, you dock your pay, whatever, da-da-da. So this is what they're doing now. Rick Scott, he has on his white glove, which is his hand, because he's white, so he don't need no gloves. So he's taking his white, off-white, beige-colored hand and running it through everything that FAMU does. And they ain't going to stop till they pull every rabbit out the MF and hat. They call him, what's his name? The old magician, Houdini. Because they about to start some stunts and shows. They about to do a whole bunch of magic shows on your asses. The incredible escaping president, the magically delicious band director, all, not magically delicious, but no, they really about, mark my words. That's what grandma used to say, mark my words. And you know, whenever they say mark my words, it was almost like a threat. You know what I'm saying? But mark my words, it's going to come to pass. It sure will. So, they have another separate from the hazing incident going on right now. They have one for another misappropriation of funds. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to be seen as being negative on the university. Now, this goes on to say from Atlanta. Okay. While Florida A&M began the process of dismissing 3 band members, who we already talked about, charged with hazing, a Georgia public school system on Wednesday suspended all of its band's activities pending an investigation into inappropriate activities. It goes on to say, this is still regarding Hunter. Hunter wanted to become a member of the Red Dot Order. She said this week she planned to file a lawsuit against the university and has decided not to return to FAMU. She had an $85,000 band scholarship. Both Hunter and Champion, as well as 2 of the band members charged in Hunter's hazing, attended Southwest DeKalb High School. On Wednesday, all band activity in the DeKalb County school system was suspended to conduct a formal investigation. We've talked to band directors and principals and parents over the past several weeks, said school system spokeswoman Walter Woods. We don't have any reason to believe procedures and policies aren't currently being followed, he said. There was, however, inappropriate activity documented during the summer, which led in part to the discussion suspended bands, he said. We believe we took, now this is coming from President Ammons, we believe we took appropriate actions, FAMU spokeswoman Sharon Saunders said Wednesday. Whenever a student has been charged with a crime, the university starts its process for dismissing such a student. They have the right to appeal the dismissal, Sanders said. Is it strange? Okay, now, you know me, like I told you, I'm a theorist. Robert Champion is a clarinet. Bria Hunter is a clarinet. They all come from the same high school. What the freaking odds of that? Out of how big Atlanta is and all of the high-stepping bands they got in Atlanta, what is the odds that they all came from the same school, played the same instrument? I'm just throwing stuff out there. Y'all tell me what you think. Now, you know, my thing is, and I'm going to throw what I said earlier, these children of today scare me. This is not a college thing. This crap is going on in high school. You can obviously see DeKalb Public School, they suspended all band, DeKalb County, not just the school, not Southwest DeKalb, but DeKalb County suspended all bands activities for inappropriate activities. And they ain't talking about sex on the bus. You know, what's the odds? What do you think this is beginning in high school? Do you believe that there's a red dog order in high school where they have like a little sister, a little brother organization or an affiliate? It sounds like it's, you know, it sounds kind of, what's what I'm looking for? Ridiculous that they would have that, but here they have the Rag Doll Order, which is a non-sanctioned, no constitution, no bylaws, just people being. These are just organized gangs. You might as well join the Blood and the Crips and everybody else and just be in a gang. Yeah, just carry a gun, go out there, get shot, let your parents put you in the ground, and call it a day. You live your life to the fullest, and that's all she wrote. You know, these are just organized gangs. That's all. Yeah. And y'all ain't even organized, because y'all ain't got no constitution or no bylaws. Nothing to follow. Y'all don't even follow Robert Rules of Order. I digress. But I just think it's such a big coincidence that they went to the same school, played the same instrument, you know, all this stuff going on. I think there's more going on, more behind that, more than meets the eye. And so all this is coming to the forefront. It is far, 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 far from over. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So we got one more, and we're going to call it a day. I don't wonder if y'all just heard me scratching my... Anyway, I just forgot I was on camera, and I'm just going in, you know, it's hot and it's kind of moist, and I'm just shifting and maneuvering, and I didn't know if y'all can hear that. If you can, I'm so sorry. Okay, so, Governor Scott's call for Ammons suspension. FAMU Board of Trustees to make a decision in Monday meeting. Now, Monday is in 2 days, or technically today is, in 2 days. We might not have a president come Monday. Now, you know what, I'm thinking they picked Monday to let him finish out his duties as president because graduation was this past Friday or yesterday on the 16th. But this might be the last class graduating under James H. Ammons. So y'all are a historic class. At least your degree means something, because next semester class might not, their degree might not mean shit. So, anyways, it goes on to say, Governor Rick Scott on Thursday called for the suspension of Florida A&M University President James Ammons with the investigation of the university to continue in the wake of Marching 100 drum major Robert Champion's death. Ammons defended his record and said he will accept whatever decision the FAMU Board of Trustees makes in the emergency meeting set for Monday evening. Thursday night, hundreds of FAMU students marched on the governor's mansion and asked him to butt out. At 11:15, Governor Scott addressed the students a second time, dressed in sweats and speaking through a bullhorn. He said he intends to meet with Ammons in the morning to determine what's the best for the university. Returning from a trade mission to Israel, Scott told reporters at the Tallahassee airport that he was not trying to force Ammons out. Scott said Ammons frankly asked him if he wanted him to resign. The governor said that wasn't his purpose and that hopefully there was nothing more he could do. Following Champion's death November 19th, Orange County Sheriff Office says it's investigating the death as a hazing related. Late Thursday, Ammons issued a statement saying, "This is a very critical time in the life of FAMU." He expressed confidence that the FDLE investigation will determine that under my leadership, the administration has acted appropriately. I serve at the pleasure of the FAMU Board of Trustees, and I will abide by whatever decision the board reaches, he said. Board members Brunjan McWilliams and Ammons supporters said Scott doesn't have the authority to fire the university president. There are those things that take a tragic situation and use it for a political purpose, McWilliams said. If the governor has information, the governor should send someone to the board. I don't think the board is unreasonable. Board Trustees member Rufus Montgomery, who tried to have Ammons put on administrative leave at the board's meeting in Orlando last week, said he stands by his position. If the CEO of an institution is alleged to be a part of the problem, then that person cannot work effectively on behalf of the university, said Montgomery, who was traveling back from business in California on Thursday evening. Champion 26 was a clarinet player and drum major for the world-renowned band. He collapsed on board. Okay, we already know that. The last thing it says, you can't just say in a crisis, put the president on the sideline without anyone to act in his stead, McWilliams said. Most of the board just doesn't feel like Ammons has done that bad of a job. The other thing is, you don't know who's coming next. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, I told y'all this. Everything done nowadays is being done very political. It is being done to prove a point, however you want to see it. You know, I am not a racist, I am not a bigot, but sometimes you have to deal with facts. And the facts is, this white man is trying to make a point. We gonna put these colors in their place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's a racist. I'm not saying that. You know, everybody has a issue. For the most part, you know, we have white folks, white friends, Indian friends, Latinos, Pakistanians, and Jerusalems, and you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, but yes, he has his hand in it, and she's saying that Governor Scott does not have the authority to hire and fire the president. That may be true, but who's over the board of trustees? Go ahead. I told you this before if you've been watching. The board of governors. Right. Now who's over the board of governors? One more. Right. Governor Scott. So yes, he might not have the direct power to do it, but yes, his powers and his words can definitely trickle down from himself to the board of governors, from the board of governors to the board of trustees, from the board of trustees to whomever. Because ultimately, in any job, they're going to cover their asses. No matter who it is. If the board of governors got a problem with the board of trustees, trust me, the board of trustees quickly is going to throw Amos under the bus the same way he threw White under the bus. So it's kind of like a fight or flight reflex. Either you're going to fight and say you're behind, or you're going to fly and say resign. I'm going to give up the ghost and I'm going to call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I told you in the very first video, they've been trying to get FAMU to be Southside Florida State for the longest. They've been trying to get everybody, you know, all this stuff out in the open so they can do whatever they want to do and say, you know, they're not misappropriation of funds, they're doing what they need to do. So let's go ahead and merge the two schools or put a white pro. They don't say, we don't know what's coming. Yes, they do. They're gonna be the, and I tried to Google to see if we will possibly, I couldn't find it, but I'm just going to jump out of the limb and say, don't no other HBCUs have a white president? What does it look like you are and if you don't know what HBCU, historically black college and university, or colleges and universities. So you're at HBCU, but you have a white president. Do I have a problem with that? I honestly don't know. Because my thing is, let's get somebody in here that's going to do the job. One thing my pastor said, and this was like 2 Sundays ago, he was speaking to the congregation, whatever the case may be, and he was like, I might not agree with you, how you live your life, you know, things of that nature, but if you can do a job, I'm gonna put you in position because that's your specialty. He was like, you know, I might not agree with, you know, what you got to say or how you believe things should be done or whatever, but if you are an accountant and you good with money, I'm going to put you in charge of the money because that is your specialty. It's time out for all this brother, sister. I'm going to get my brother in this job because that's my brother. I'm going to get my cousin in this job because that's my cousin. If you can't do the job, sit your black ass down and allow somebody to do it that can be a white, Indian, Pakistan, Jerusalem, Egyptian, whatever the case may be. Let that person do the job because if they have that skill or that training, put somebody in there that can run the university effectively, be it black, white, or indifferent. So yeah, I'm kind of on the cusp about it. I would like to have a black president to govern the university, but if we can't find a black president that can, put somebody in there, because I would rather have a white president and see my institution flourish than have a black president and run the motherfucker down to the ground. I don't want to see FAMU like another Morris Brown, or see FAMU like another Edward Waters College, or Bethune-Cookman when they were at the point of they were having money issues, having to close. You know, Bethune-Cookman is a private university; they don't get no state funding. So I don't want to see them like Flomo. You know what I'm saying? We are the cream of the crop. We are the best of the best. We are the brightest and most intelligent and most sickening school around. I mean, you're everything to me. Oh, the air that I breathe. Oh, you're everything to me. Ow, ow, ow. In the words of Monica, that's what FAMU is. Everything to me. I rock my FAMU. I got a FAMU poster on the wall. Got several FAMU shirts. Got my FAMU cardigans and all this. I love FAMU. I breathe and bleed orange and green. If you cut me now, yeah, it's going to come out red. But if you add some food coloring to it, it'll be orange and green. You know? So, I mean, I digress. This is my update on 7. It's getting real hot in here, honey. And I just want to come out of this. Okay. Okay. Now, you can't tell, but I'm starch naked. I'm free. Free. Anyway, but I'm joking. I'm not naked. I'm just serious. But it's hot as all hell in this house. Okay. So, anyway, I need to go cut that oven out. Cause you don't want to run your heater when it's cold. You cut the oven on to heat up the house. That's an old school color trick that mom and daddy used to do. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep that the light bill low, so we'll cut the oven on 200, 250 just to warm up the house. Then we'll cut it off. Yeah. So right now, I just don't want to walk over there and cut it off. And so I just rather just stand here. Get into that chest. Bam. You can't see it, but look at them shoulder blades. You know what I'm saying? I be working that arm at what it need to be, but it's going. Look at that. See that little hump right there? Yes. See, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It ain't what I want, but I joined goals today. Oh, that was my other thing I want to tell y'all. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that in my prologue. My epilogue. So we're done. That's my update for part 8. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you understand. I still got some more. I'm still figuring out this stuff about Aaron's illegitimate children. So we're working on that too. So this is it. I love y'all dearly. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely, like I said, subscribe to me. Facebook me. Tweet me. All that good stuff. But, okay, the New Year's coming up. And like I told y'all, Sizzle is coming around. I have joined goals. I have my personal trainer. My goal is to lose 15 pounds in a month. I'm going to come back and show y'all my body. Not today. I'm going to be in some draws. And that's it. But you can see exactly what my body looks like in all its glory. All this, as they say, all this experience. All this. I'm going to show it all to you. Because I want you to keep up with me. Because if I put this out there on the web, I'm going to have to do something different. Because I can't just be not losing no weight. You know what I'm saying? I done put all this glory and experience on the web. And I come back, in 6 months looking the same way. So y'all are going to track my workout with me. You're going to see all of that's what Prince does. Okay. I think I just licked my hand. Okay. You're going to see all of this maybe on the next episode. So you're going to get all of this, these thunder thighs and this glutamus maximus, all this derriere and cakes. Hopefully I can find you. Never mind. I digress. So, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. Be blessed. Remember, my actors and my actresses, show the world who you are. All the world is a stage, and you are the player in your production. So make sure that you play the hell out of that role that you have. I will holler at y'all later. I love you. I love you. I love you. Subscribe. Subscribe.